League, and we've got tickets up for grabs for that. Let's get back to the phones. A lot of people want to talk about the kid and what he's been doing for the team so far, including Brendan in Burlington. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. I mean, this got like another good performance from him, right?
You know what? He's noticeable, and I find he's noticeable even without the puck.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, every time he's on the ice, I notice him out there, and he's really passing the eye test for me.
Well, he stuck for a reason through camp, and I was somewhat surprised initially, but I'll tell you what, he doesn't look out of place. Appreciate the call, Brendan. Let's continue the phone. To the front! Stopped by the goaltender. Scores! Power play goal!
Critical for them to get on the board with the extra man. They move the puck well, and they're able to capitalize. Power play's job is to create shots, and if you can create them from the most dangerous areas of the ice, you're going to be successful. Dead center, in the slot, he doesn't miss.
You want to try to figure out what this team is all about? I mean, I'm happy to hear. I am all ears. Phone lines are open if you want to dive in, because this team, to me, is suffering from an identity crisis as they try to figure out who they are in this early going of the season. I do like what I'm seeing from the rookie, though. I think the kid looks good. Despite the loss, he still contributes with an assist, and, you know, I like the way he has contributed at both ends of the ice. They obviously knew he could contribute offensively, but I think his defensive game has probably impressed the coaches, probably more so, and I like what I'm seeing from him, but come on, like, this team's got to... At some point, you got to figure out who you are and start playing like a team that you want to try to win these games. All right, let's go. Here we go to the phones. All right, I am all ears. Because a lot of you are waiting patiently to try to jump in with your perspective, including John in High River. How are you tonight?
Pretty good. I was a little disappointed by the loss, and it looks to me like teams are starting to get a read on our rookie.
Well, I mean, you think that they're starting to get a body of work on him out there?
Yeah, it looks like they're watching film and they're seeing what he does and they're taking it away.
I feel like that is probably a little premature to come to that conclusion, but I can understand based on that performance last night. Thanks very much for the call, Joe. did. We've got a penalty on the way. Lara's called for tripping. He's off to the box.
Fishing around for the puck, and he gets his stick into the player's feet. When he goes down, it's an obvious call.
This weekend, so looking forward to that. Let's bring in Ray Ferraro. Time for the Razor's Edge. Where do we find you today, Ray?
Oh, just between games. This is a day off, except, oh, great, it's a phone call with you.
You truly are blessed. Was it fair to say that the rookie looked like a rookie last night?
Yeah, he had some wandering shoes on in his own end, didn't he? I mean, they spent some time in their zone. They ended up fishing the puck out of their net, more so than we've seen early on. And I know he's one of 5 players, but a couple of times you could really focus in on him, and I'm sure they will with some video work today with him, where he's out of position chasing the puck a little bit. And James, that's young. That's what young players do, and this is part of coaching. That this is a teachable moment, so you show them the video, you try and work with them a little bit, and you hope the next time that they get into a spot like this, that the result is a little better than it was last night.
Yeah, better to get this out of your system early in the season than maybe, say, in critical games in late March and April for that matter. James Cybulski with you, and as promised, my broadcast partner in crime, Ray Ferraro, who I know has missed me so much, joins us on the line. How are you, man?
I have not missed you at all, James. Not at all. Doing good, though. Doing good, man.
Awesome. Are you not surprised at the conversation already surrounding the Calder here after the first month?
A little bit, but I think it's because these kids come into the NHL now and they're better prepared to perform and produce than they've ever been. I mean, this is just a few weeks into the season, and you've got people so excited about the way these kids play, and in particular, the rookie here has been outstanding. Man, there's a long way to go, but he's a front runner already.
Yeah, no, he has looked really impressive in the eyes, and you know, we've talked about him a lot in the broadcasts, and he has certainly been an encouragement. Looks like a swarm of bees out there. Ray, what are you seeing on the bench?
Well, the coach has gone to the rookie, and he wants him to continue with what has gone on. They've been aggressive. They've been all over them. They don't want to take their foot off the pedal.
Takes the feed from the opposite point. Scores!
We just keep working away. Your lines roll over and over and over. You hope to build a little momentum. One shot ties the game, and now it's a whole new ball game.
And we are all evened up here.
You want to use the player in front of the net as a screen if you can. This time it's just about perfect. I don't think the goaltender ever picks it up.
Ray Ferraro back between the benches, and the kid has looked all right tonight, hasn't he?
Oh, I think better than that, James. I mean, he had an instruction early from his coach about the way they wanted him to play. Remember, we checked in on that. Well, now he's getting the tap on the shoulder because he's done the job the coach hoped he could do.
Try to slow things down here. What do you got down there for us, Ray?
I've got a team that's looking for something, a little spark here. The game's tight, and he goes to his rookie. He wants this guy to be part of the solution, not to sit in the weeds.
catch up to that pass. Chance in front. He scores! The rookie rocks it.
Well, he just got an instruction, James, before he went out on the ice. He's carried forward what the coach wanted. Now he's got a goal. He can go back to the bench and feel pretty satisfied. A quick flick of the wrist, and that snapshot beats the goaltender. He's in the low slot. He doesn't have much time to think about it.
Games on the regular season calendar that has been circled, a little save the date for a lot of fans. I'm looking forward to it as well. And I'm really curious to see how the kid's going to respond when the intensity gets turned up. These two teams do not like each other. There's a long storied history between these two teams, a divisional rivalry that has a lot of magic on the ice for combustibility. Let's see how the kid responds in this one. You know, when you look at these two teams, how they match. Well, let's take a look at how the standings were impacted with some of the final scores around the league tonight. The Devils faced off with the Penguins. New Jersey pulverizes the opposition with a big offensive night. The Canadiens took to the ice to battle the Islanders. The New York Islanders toughed this one out, and they get the 2 points.
Night so far.
Ray, they're trying to cling to this lead here. Do you continue to push the pace, or do you try to settle down a little?
Well, I think you have to attack to defend. I mean, if you're going to sit back, they're going to ram it down your throat eventually. But he wants his young guy on the ice. He loves the pace that this kid plays with, and he's going back on the ice. He's been sharp stopping the puck tonight. He's got a really good save percentage, and his team's the scores! You get one, you get hungry for a second one. Even if you're not a goal scorer, you get that early. Now you want to hunt for a second goal. Makes it a double on the play. He didn't waste any time. If he would have stopped that puck, the goalie would have had time to readjust. As it is, it's in the net.
Away. Silverberg's taken down to the ice. We got a penalty coming up. Play is stopped, and here's the official call. Tripping is the call, and it's pretty cut and dry, it seems, Ray.
Well, it's like you're in position, then you're not. You reach out, you trip them up, and there's no way to get out of it now.
Oh, man, the heat on the ice. These two teams do not like each other, and the fact that they come away with the win, little bragging rights for them. And tell you what, big difference maker in this one. I love the way the kid responded in this one. It was almost like, yeah, I want in on this. I want to have some fun. And he really was a difference maker in this historic rivalry matchup that I think a lot of fans were looking forward to seeing and watching them collide. Where do they go from here when you look at some of the week, and we've got tickets up for grabs for that. Let's get back to the phones. A lot of people want to talk about the kid and what he's been doing for the team so far, including Brendan in Burlington. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. I mean, this guy, like another good performance from him, right?
You know what? He's noticeable, and I find he's noticeable even without the puck.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like every time he's on the ice, I notice him out there, and he's really passing the eye test for me.
Well, he's stuck for a reason through camp, and I was somewhat surprised initially, but tell you what, he doesn't look out of place. Appreciate the call, Brendan. Let's continue the phones.